Expenses, expenses, and expenses. What are we going to do about expenses? Well, there's nothing so much that we can do about it. The best we can do is try as much as possible to reduce them on our way to our financial independence journey. Welcome, welcome, welcome to my Life Plan Tips channel, where we talk about creating wealth online in order to get your financial freedom. In our topic for today, we are going to be looking at how to reduce your expenses in your top 10 places. The activities that you get to carry on in your houses. And number one on our list is housing. Yes, your accommodation. Where do you stay? This carries the chunk of your income every month. Today we are going to be looking at 10 expenses that will help you to reduce your spending on your way to financial independence journey. And number one on our list is housing. What are you going to do about your accommodation to reduce costs for you? Well, you might decide to live at the outskirts of town. Yes, because the amount of money you pay outside the main city will not be as high as when you live in the main city. So if you decide to reduce that, it will go a long way. Yes, and then you can decide to rent out the spare room that you have. Take for instance, if you are living in a 2-bedroom, yes, and the other room, no one is staying in there, you can decide to rent it out. Well, and then the person will help you in paying those, and that will reduce the cost for you. Yeah. Now imagine if your rent is going for like 500,000 and then you decide to split it by 250. So you see, you will have a savings of 250. Yes. And then number 3 is to cut your utilities. Yes. You can decide to cut your utilities by doing what? By switching off all your gadgets. Yes. Switching off the light when you are not in that room or when you are not using it. Okay. That will bring down the cost of utilities you have in the house. Yes. And number 2 on our list is your transportation. How much do you spend on your transportation when you're going to office? Yes. You can decide to cut that. How are you going to cut it? You can decide to trek to the nearest bus stop before picking your cab or your bus in order to reduce the cost. Try that for a week and you will see that yes, you will have some savings. And then secondly, instead of going for a brand new car, you can go for a grade A car. Yes, and you'll have a lot of savings. If a car is going for like 2M or 5M and a grade 2 or grade 1 is going for like 2M, you see, you'll have a savings of like 3M, which will go a long way in your financial. The third thing on our list to reduce our financial expenses on our way to financial freedom is your feeding. Yes, how much do you spend on feeding every month? How do you reduce the cost of eating? The first thing you do to help yourself is to reduce the number of times you go out to dine with your friends or by yourself. Yes. If you sit down to think about it, going out 7 times or even 5 times a week to go and eat out is very expensive. If you reduce that by half, you will see how much of money you will save. Right? You can also decide to cook at home and take your lunch to your office. Yes, that will also reduce the amount of money you use on feeding. Because honestly, sometimes if you go out to eat, the amount of money you spend will make a soup for you, a pot of soup for you. Yes, very true. So you have to think along that line on your way to your financial independence journey. Yes, you can also decide to buy in bulk. Do your shopping from the vegetable market, especially your fresh food store. Do the buying in bulk also. That will reduce the amount of money because going now and often to go and buy from the market will cost you a lot. But by the time you do your shopping in bulk, you will reduce the cost and also have some savings. Yes, the fourth thing on our list is school fees. Yes, you don't have to send your children to the most expensive school around or in town. Yes, all you have to do is to do your diligent duty. Find out about the school, what the teaching is like, and then how are the teachers doing, and then you send your children to that school. I mean, the service you get from sending your school to a moderate school will get you to your financial independence journey on time. Yes, and then you can also put your children in the same school. I mean, don't scatter them around. One is schooling in Jos, another one is schooling in the east. That's quite expensive, transporting them alone, and then even the security, you have to think twice, right? So sending them in the same direction will reduce cost for you. Yes. And then the third thing is the school will also give you discount. Yes, by the time you have 2 or 3 children in the same school, I mean, the school will give you a discount, and that will give you some savings. Yes. And then number 5, yes, the 5th thing we have on our way to financial freedom, yes, is cable subscription. Everybody wants to watch cable. Yes, you want to know you want to watch the latest movie, the latest happening, the latest recipe. We all want to know what is happening in town. That's why we do a subscription. But most time, if you are a worker or you own a business, how many hours do you have in a day to watch? 2-3 hours. That's if you're not found that by the time you come back from wherever you went to. So it will be best to subscribe to the barest minimum. Yes. And then when you're on holidays, or if your children are on holidays, then you can do the full subscription so that you enjoy your time together with the children. Yes. And then, you can decide to ditch the cable. Yes. There's streaming. You can decide to go the streaming. Yeah. You can get all you want from the online. So you see, there are ways to cut down on your expenses. Please like and subscribe to my Life Plan Tips channel on YouTube. Until I come your way, bye for now.